Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Super Robot Ed, and today we have in front of us Studio Series 86 Jazz. Been waiting to get this one in my hands for a while, and we're ready to go, so let's get into it. And we got the Porsche. And the first thing everybody says, it says number 14. Man, I ain't got time for all that. All right, get your rapper labels and shut your mouths. Okay, now for the rest of the toy. For the rest of you that want to know about the toy instead of worrying about a 1 and a 4 or a 4 and a 1, I don't care. This thing is nice, man. Get over it. You got the front headlights here. They're nice and painted. Got the little red trim there. Very similar to the G1. You know, it's got the nice red stripe, just like he has. Missing a few racing tamples. You know, again, Hasbro's not going to put all that money into that. It's 14 on the side, 14 on the left, 14 on the right. Here it is from the back. Here it is from the side. I think it's a Porsche 911, or maybe, I don't know. It looks like a Porsche though. It's got the wing, you know, from the bottom. Pretty clean, you know. Looks like jazz. Pretty clean, pretty nice. And he rolls. All right, enough rolling. And you could put the gun, because that's all he comes with. Put that on the top if you want to just go pew, 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 pew. Now, and we're going to do some vehicle comparisons real quick. We got Wheeljack because he was just in that box that never took him out. And we got Blur from Legends Blur. This is Earthrise Wheeljack. Because hopefully my Studio A6 Blur get here tomorrow and I don't have to bring a whole bunch of stuff back here to film. Excellent. All right, and we're not done yet, you know, so you could say, well, does he get somebody that's bigger than him? Why they put him out there? And then, here you go. Skywarp. Okay, so yeah, Skywarp is a jet. He's pretty big. All right. All right, you'll see him again later. All right. Now, I'm going to compare him to some other jazz toys. Number one, Ricochet, because I don't have jazz, because I like this mold better as Ricochet than I do jazz. And because this is, well, he still is my favorite jazz, the ultimate gift set G2 repaint of Chug or Reveal the Shield Jazz. Now, right off the bat, these cars, and I'm going to take the gun off real quick. Let me take the gun off him too. These cars are bigger. This is Combiner Wars. And, you know, cheap crap. So yeah, let's see if I can get that to kind of show you. Like, he's bigger. But not, like, huge, but it's just a bigger car. This is just a little longer and, you know, not as tall. And, you know, I don't have Prime here, so I really can't put him against, like, Optimus Prime or anything like that. I might, though. Nah, he's not here this time. I left him. I took him back to the house. So, yeah, I don't have Prime, but, you know, oddly enough, he scales with Prime. So we're going to get them out of the way real quick, because we're going to come back to them momentarily. And we're going to take a quick pause for a second. Let me make sure I get the right accessories with the right people. And after that, we're going to start the transformation, and we'll be back by YouTube magic. All right, let's get into the scary transformation. It is scary. I'm just going to tell you that. It's not scary. Now, some of you are probably wondering, where would you start from? Definitely start with the doors first, because this is really all one folding mechanism thing. And there's two twists. It's a double twist. It's really weird. You know, I don't remember G1 Jazz doing that, or you know, I don't even remember. I did have the G2 Jazz, but you know, he was still metal. So, I'm gonna show you something. See these parts right here? And you see that tab? They need to lock in place, or your knees are gonna be all over the place. So, the feet are done. Now, the next part is rather tricky. So, when you lift that up, you're going to see that right there. You're going to have to turn it Why? Because that's how he's supposed to be. And I believe I'm missing a turn, because this is now the back. That don't make sense now, does it? So what am I missing? This other turn. Booyah! You see that? I told you it was a double turn. Oh boy. Now, you might as well go ahead and get this out of the way. Fold these down about right there first. Because if you don't, you might break that part. And this is what a lot of people were saying could be like the breaking point for this toy. And then once you do that, everything kind of folds in place. Now getting the head out. That's the next part. And the head will pop out almost just like on the cartoon. Then you fold these around, and those little parts right there, see those parts? Those two little nips here, well, they need to go behind there. Then you kind of fold that up and get it to lock in place, and the head will stay. I think I'm missing that swing. No, that's right. That's right. And then finally, extra on the fist. They don't turn. Let me see. Let's be sure. Nope. They don't turn. Fold that out. And voila. Still feel like something's not right, because when I position the head down, I think I need to fold that piece in. All right. Yeah, that's better. And that's it. There's a piece that's supposed to fold into the chest. I forgot about that. And it's in, and pretty much he's transformed. And like I say, if you don't lock the knee in place, you're going to get this weird mechanism. So you got to kind of make sure it locks in place. And it doesn't stay quite right at times. So for the articulation, with it knee locked in place, it goes about right there. If you don't, then you could kind of bend it that way. But like I said, for the sake of being, I prefer it to be locked in. And the leg can go back to here. So we're done with the legs. You can do the out kick. Let's see what else we're missing here. The head is on a ball joint, which could turn 360. 360. Arms go out to here with extra pivoting. So you can get a full 360, but you can also get an extra pivot. Or you want to get that out there. And pretty much that's it. You know, he's got the double chest, but once it locks in, you have to have that piece so it can lock in, so it's not, and make sure that he's level. I feel like he's not quite together, but yeah, he's together. So let's stand him up. And yeah, when you put the gun in his hand, and here he is from the back. Now this is why I was telling you about the back. See, the back folds up just like the cartoon. So these doors, they're not going to do it. And I don't feel like messing with this mechanism because I won't be transforming him too much. But from the side, he does look like Jazz. Like he really does look like G1 Jazz. And I didn't bring the box. I forgot to bring the box. But he does have a backdrop. He might be in the car. I had to go look. I think I did. I'll do that last. And let's do some comparisons real quick. And I'm going to put some big guys here. And some little guys. So, starting with Titan's Return Blur. He's on deck. And he's actually kind of taller. Well, no matter. And we got, because he's been sitting here in the studio, just being the vanguard, and he always is, my man, Hot Rod. Hot Rod's a little bit taller than him. Let's get a little level here. Yeah, Hot Rod's a little bit taller than him. But I mean, that's just, par for the course. He shouldn't be stumpy. But yeah, Jazz fits in nicely. I mean, look at that. Let's get the head up. I mean, he's Jazz was not a big guy, But he was Optimus Prime's right-hand man. That was his buddy, man. That was his number one, man. Y'all boy, if y'all didn't know. And just for, you know, bigger guys, because everybody wants to see bigger guys. Big guys. Here's Skywarp. You know, in the intro, you know, he does that transformation, and he kind of like transforms and boomerangs back at him. You know, that's the size that they would be going for. Now we're gonna look at what he used to look like a long time ago. So first things first, we're gonna bring in the G2 Ultimate Gift Set Jazz, which he still looks like a Jazz got the Matrix or something. I am now Jazimus Prime. No, he'd be like, I'm Jazimus Prime. He'd be serious, but he still had that little inflection. I mean, and then we bring in this piece of crap, Ricochet. So it is, you know, Jazz in a sense. As Ricochet, I like the details better. So here's the deal. That's my favorite Jazz. That's my favorite Jazz right there. But they both are. I just like Ricochet, and this is the only Ricochet I can get, or Stepper. This is Stepper in my world. And he needs a target master. So now they're folded down. Yay, I forgot. Okay, now. Okay, they're folded down. He still look like Jazz. So, I'm going to try to see if I brought the box. If I didn't bring the box, I'm sorry. We'll look back in the car real quick. But this is the comparisons that we have, and I think that all in all, you know, this is the best Jazz because you have feet pivot. See, that feet pivot makes a world of difference because he can do the A stance and stand up straight with his feet on the ground, not, you know, like this or like that. But yeah, he looks like Jazz. No comparisons. Gonna run out, see if I can find a box, and we'll show you the inside, and then we'll do the final thoughts. And we're back to YouTube Magic, and yes, I found the box. It's in the bottom of the car. Here it is. Man, the backdrop is when they're watching Unicron. They're on Moon Base 1, you know what I'm saying? And the backdrop is really nice. Nicely painted, nicely sculpted. I'm not even saying sculpted. Yeah. It's just a box. But other than that, it's pretty cool. Everything looks nice. And if I didn't do it, let's get a quick shot of the head sculpt. Really quick. I mean, that's G1 Jazz. And yes, it does a 360. So if you want to turn them around and do them like this, you can kind of do that, okay? All right. Because I forgot about that. So, final thoughts. The only gripe I have is the transformation. And that being said, be careful with it. Especially the backpack. Do you have to do the backpack the way you saw me do it? Rewind it if you have to. If you don't, you could pop something. That thing is too fragile. But that being said, though, he is very G1. And I know that puts off a lot of people. But remember, this is Studio Series 86. And overall, he is Jazz. Like, hands down, he's Jazz. There's no other Jazz. I'm sorry, as much as I love my G2 gift set, Ultimate Gift Set Jazz, he still is not this Jazz. So in my opinion, my personal opinion, he's still a 9 out of 10. He's still the best Jazz we ever got since G1. Ever. That's it. And I'm done. So again, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for putting up with me. We got to run. I got to get back house. We got to edit. One more thing I want to mention is that tomorrow, hopefully, I will be able to do my Studio 86 Blur review, and that would be great. Other than that, I thank all of you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.